get high, but baby, if you want, he'll go down low. Doing a podcast on a random Thursday night. Girl, this blow, he's gonna make you feel alright. I know the manager, he knows what's going down. He'll make you laugh, but he damn sure is not a clown. I know the manager, and this man, he's got clout. He's gonna make you scream, you know he'll make you shout. He's gonna make you scream, he'll know he'll make you shout. I know the manager, yeah, yeah.
What up? It's another episode with I Know the Manager. So this is episode 41. I've been trying to pre-record this intro for a very long time, but buses keep coming by, trucks, garbage trucks, you name it. You just hear it in the background, and it's really angering me right now because I just want to get this episode done for you, get it edited, get it put out, and these motherfuckers are just destroying this podcast straight into the ground. Just like you talk about digging a grave 6 feet under, more like putting this podcast in a casket, and that was, oh man, I don't know where I was going with that. But I think they've shut up. All you can do is hear my guinea pig drinking some water. But guess what? It's not Robin anymore, everybody. It's not Robin. Its name's T Swift now, ladies and gentlemen. T Swift. Give it up for T Swift. Yep, I changed the name the other day. Still don't know if it's boy or girl. I don't guess it matters since quality is a big part. So does it matter if it's boy or girl, or what its name is, or what its sex, or what its orientation, or anything is? It doesn't, really. It doesn't. Unless you're just a prejudiced motherfucker, and then it matters. You know what I mean? To you, not me. It just matters to you, and I'm sorry that it matters. So, y'all are like, why ain't he been putting out a podcast? I've had a bunch of stuff going on. Like, I've been stressing out about getting a roommate. Gotta get a roommate, guys, or gotta move out. And then, I don't know what's gonna happen, but it's all gonna be alright. Then I'm trying to do some other stuff. Get this podcast aired on Monolith Radio. Been doing a lot with them, so, amongst other things. And then, did a live podcast in Birmingham yesterday. So, yeah. And then I celebrated 5 years, May 17th, which to me is yesterday. But to you, this will probably be like 4 or 5 days from now. So I'm killing it right now. Killing it. A lot of things going on. So on my clean day, I celebrated by doing a live podcast out of town. Doing big things now. Finally moving up in the world. Moving up in the world. Oh boy, do I got a lot planned for this podcast. Oh man, this is finally one of the things that I said I was going to do. I finally did. All this stuff that I always plan on doing takes a little time. It just takes a little time. You got to be patient with me. Everything that I say I'm going to do, I'm going to do it. I haven't forgot about the speed dating website. I'm a very busy person. To do that one, it takes a little time to get 5 to 7 people off in the same day. And my phone's vibrating, which I know you can hear it. But it takes a little time to get that many people in one spot all at the same time. So, give it some more time, and I'll get it out. But guess what I got for you today? Got the Mother's Day podcast. Yep, it's a little belated, or whatever the word I should be saying is. But guess what? It's here. It's finally here. Me, my mom, and I are going to do a podcast. Freaking. Yep, so I'm pretty excited about this. I don't know what we're going to talk about. Might get a little weird. Might get a little serious. Might get a little tearjerker. It might just be like, oh man, why do you even throw that one out there? Because it's my mom and I love her. That's why I put it out there. I don't care how crappy this is or how great it is. It's still going to be great to me because, yeah, it's my mom. And if you don't like your mom, and I'm sorry if you don't have your mom, but if you don't like your mom, you can go fuck yourself. Because even if she's a shitty person, she gave birth to you. So, yep, she could have aborted you. You know what I mean? She could have been like, fuck this kid. You know what I mean? But nope, she gave you life. And no matter how great or how shitty she is, even if it's like a shitty life, she gave you life. So you can stop bitching about her and go do things in life. Like maybe go to college. Maybe get a career. or be a tattoo artist, go search out your dreams because she gave you a chance to do that. So stop your bitching on Facebook, get your fucking ass up, and go do something. That's what I'm saying. That's my life lesson for today. Go fuck yourself and stop whining. Oh boy. What else? But yeah, she is on the way here. I'm still waiting on her, you know what I mean? Ladies just get here when they want. But it's my mom, so she can, like, we were gonna do this on Mother's Day, but she had to work. So which, by the way, I'm gonna go ahead and proclaim this because that made me a little angry, and I've never really thought about it too much. But guess what? Mother's Day is a big deal. There's a lot of mothers in this world. And guess what? No mother, that's right, I repeat, no mother should have to work on Mother's Day. That should be the one day, I don't care, of the year that every mother gets off, guaranteed. Oh, well, banks are, but it's, let's see, let's break this down. So you're telling me banks can close down for national holidays, but a mom can't get off for Mother's Day? Yeah. I think all men should work that day, just straight men. You know what I mean? Hey, it can even be good for business. Say all the moms, they're off, but all the men are at work. They're gonna want to go see some men, maybe. I don't know, but guess what? Go wherever, and then like I'm just talking about like industries, like server industries, maybe a gas station. If you work in a factory, like a wife can't go, like a mom can't go see a guy there. It's kind of weird. But you get the point. So it could be a good business thing. But either way, no mom should have to work on Mother's Day. I don't know what that's all about. And actually, let's go even one further. That mother should get paid. That mother should get paid for that day. Because really, at the end of the day, okay, let's break this down a little more. That business would not be, even if it's owned by a male, that business would not be operating without his mom, because she gave him life. So boom, who gave you money really? Your mom, technically. So let's get really crazy about it. So she should still get paid for that day, and she should have off. And if she works, time out. If she works, she should get paid double time. That's all I'm saying. But she should have the option to say, hey, I don't want to work. If you know what I mean. But if she wants to work, she can work. I'm not stopping that either. But for real, legitly, they should have off. But just saying. And that is coming to you from this mouth. So yeah, if my mom works next Mother's Day, I'm clotheslining a motherfucker. Like, boom! I'm a coming. Ooh, boy, you better hope. And I know she's got one male boss, but I know they're closed on. She's got two jobs. She does a little part-time deal. Oh man, what else? Live podcast was great. I will try to get that to you soon. I don't even know if it's listenable. Listenable. I don't even know if it's able for me to put up. You know what I mean? As far as I know, it will be aired on Monolith Radio in June. We're going to do the launch in June. That is coming up very soon. So get ready for that. I'll be talking all about that. Let's give it up for them guys. Nonprofit organization, RFA is Radio Free Alabama, doing big things for the community, for communities in Alabama. It's a great thing. Let's see what else. So yeah, T Swift is the new guinea pig name. What else? You got it is burning up in my house right now. I'm just saying, I don't ever turn the air on. I keep that screen door open and just let the air flow. It's a little humid outside. I go to cut on my air. It's been cut on for a little while. And it's fucking hot in here. I'm burning up. Like I'm sweating talking to you right now. So I checked the breakers already. They're good. Flicked them anyways. They're good. And it's been on about an hour. And I don't feel nothing cold in here. So I don't know. Mom might be a little gripey because she'll be hot. So I don't know. But I love my mom to death. This is going to be great. Can't wait. She's on the way. She's fixing to be here. So we'll continue when she gets here. But I want to really appreciate all you listening. Please share this podcast. This is a big deal to me. I love my mom. Bye. Well, not bye. I'll be like, I'm gonna be right back. Like, I'm just gonna pause it, and then we're back. Like, unless you don't want me to go away, I just sit here until she talks. But I don't know really what to talk about. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Slaying it right now. Slaying it. Slaying it. Slaying it. Slaying it. Slayed it. All right, so she's here, and we're here with my mom. Say hi, Mom.
Hey, everybody. This is Mom.
Yeah, what's your first name?
First name's Ann.
Yep. And if you don't know my last name, then you don't know her last name. But we got an awesome last name. So Mom, I don't know. Everybody always makes fun of me for this. So finally I get to tell it on the podcast, or get to ask you about it. Where was I born? I know what state. South Carolina, right?
Uh-huh.
But what town?
You were born in Springville.
Springville, South Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, well, that sounds like a crappy town. Did I live there?
No.
I didn't live there. I was just born there.
Just born there.
We lived in South Carolina for a while, didn't we?
Right, but we lived on base.
Oh.
We lived in right outside of Charleston.
On a base? We were on a
Yeah, it's
military?
military housing base. Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that. All right. What age did I move to Kentucky?
Let's see, you were 2.
2? Okay. All right.
No, you were 3. 3. Sorry.
All right. So I was 3. Okay. And
Yeah.
why did we move there? Because like the other part of the family?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Nothing. Was anybody in South? It was just the base there. That was
Right,
it.
that's it. There was no family there.
No.
We just moved back to the Rambo side of the family.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. All right. Let's see. And then we moved to Kentucky.
Yeah.
And then Dad was a piece of crap.
Yeah.
And then we moved. We had a bunch of crap go on, and we moved here to Alabama with Grandma and stuff.
Right.
So Grandma and Grandpa at the time.
Right.
And then I remember this one time I stole these balloons in a mall. You remember this?
Yeah.
And then we were in, I don't know where we lived, like Forestville or something close to there.
Uh-huh.
And then we were in Owensboro. We had to drive all the way back and give them balloons. Like, that was like 45 to an hour away.
Right.
And then you were so mad.
Right.
Did you know right then that I was going to be hell to raise?
Yeah, I did. I've always known you're going to be hell on wheels.
I remember that one experience. And I wish that car would turn its car off, because everybody can hear that. I can hear it in my ears. It's being really loud. I'm sorry, everybody. If you can't hear it, that's good. So I stole some balloons. We had to drive 45 minutes all the way back to give them. Did I have to give them, or did you?
No, you did it.
Okay.
You didn't want to, but you did it anyway.
No. I know you try. I think I even talked about it. There was a scare tactic that you were like, I could go to jail, which was kind of true, right? I don't think that was possible.
Right.
But I don't think it's possible now. But you tried to scare me.
Yeah, you did it.
So it didn't work. And then we moved to we move here.
Yeah.
To this. I don't know why anybody would want to move to Alabama. I just don't get it. I think, like, if a missile if a missile was supposed to hit Alabama, right?
Yeah.
It would not hit us. It would. That's how much that no one wants to be here. I just don't get it. Why everybody wants to come. That's how I just picture it.
Because we're close to Florida.
We're not that close. Just move to Florida. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know, but, good Southern raising.
Yeah, I guess. Let's see. So then I got held back in school, guys.
Yep.
I was supposed to go, what is it? Supposed to go to the 4th grade, but I stayed in the 3rd grade.
Right.
Because I didn't know multiplication.
Right.
Because Kentucky has crappy schools, I guess.
Right. They do.
I didn't know. I don't know. I remember let's see, but every summer we'd go see Brad, and I have him on Facebook. I found him after fucking 10 years, finally.
Oh, really? Good.
Yeah.
Awesome.
We don't really talk ever, so. But yeah, let's see, I got held back, and then every summer we'd go see my buddy,
right.
Brad, in wherever he lived in Kentucky. And then one year, I don't know what happened, we just couldn't find him or lost his number, and then it was just, didn't see him for a few years. I still haven't seen him since then. We did that for like 3 or 4 summers.
Right.
So that was pretty fun.
Yeah.
Let's see. And then I moved on to the 4th grade. It was weird because it was kind of cool, but it was kind of crappy being the oldest, or I was whatever age, and they were all 1 year behind me or whatever. So it was kind of cool, but kind of not.
Yeah.
So
You got mad at me for that.
yeah, I didn't like being. I hated the fact that we moved here. So, and then that I had to start new friends. I had a friend. I even had a girlfriend there. I even remember her name. Her name was Allie. We're friends on Facebook now.
Oh, good.
I found her a few years ago too, because everybody's on Facebook now.
Yep.
So, Mom, you're addicted to Facebook games. You've been playing a lot of them?
Yeah, all the time.
What do you play?
Well, I've been playing some Candy Crush, some Farm Heroes, some Diamond Diggers.
Mm-hmm.
Every once in a while, I play bingo.
Do you meet any guys doing that? Playing any games? Do you meet any guys?
No. Don't need none.
Yeah?
Nah.
Okay. Well.
Not right now, anyway.
So how was it once okay, I think I started using drugs at 13.
Right.
And how long did it take for you to know?
It was kind of maybe about 8 months to a year.
Mm-hmm.
Because I noticed that your behavior was beginning to change.
Yeah. What was
Yeah.
I doing? Just being like...
You weren't always telling me the truth.
Mm-hmm.
You were, telling me you were going somewhere else, and then going somewhere else
Mm-hmm.
with somebody else. So
I was just trying to fit in. I was trying to hang with the cool kids.
yeah,
I think the first thing I ever did was alcohol, though. We drunk Boone's Farm. But yeah, okay. So then I started doing a bunch of drugs, and then I'm always getting in trouble, and I started getting in trouble like with drugs. What else did I get in trouble? It was just drugs, right?
yeah. Just you just mainly got picked up for drugs
Yeah.
for a long time, off and on.
But I was always gone. Like I remember this one whole year, pretty much year and a half. I was pretty much gone.
Yeah. You mean physically gone or mentally gone?
No, I was gone to camp and stuff. Well, that too, but I was like physically gone. Like I would always get sent offers. How was it? Was that pretty crappy? I know that was crappy as a mom, but like describe that. So you kids listening that are starting to do drugs, don't fucking do drugs.
That's right. That is so true. It was hard sending you to camp,
Mm-hmm.
but I knew it was maybe gonna do some good someday.
Yeah.
Maybe. Of course, I know you blamed everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't your fault that you had to go to camp. It was my fault.
I don't know if I ever said it was your fault. I think I got paranoid one time. I was like, did you tell them that I was...
Well, you did, because you knew I knew the judge, and
Yeah.
so you thought I would,
Yeah.
stand up for you and, tell the judge to go lightly on you, and I never did.
Yeah.
So you got mad at me for that.
I always thought, I was like, oh, the cops are watching me.
That's right.
I was really crazy and paranoid all the time. That's just how I thought. Like, it's not my fault. And it wasn't.
Yeah, and even when you got sent off to Prattville.
I don't remember that one. Which one was that? Was that I know that wasn't the one, the close one. I know where Three Springs was. Was that?
No, that was the one. That was one that's almost by Montgomery. Had the 40-foot tower that you had to climb.
I don't remember that one. I don't know. Oh. I mean, I remember all of it. Was a boot camp, right? Like it's supposed to be 28 days, and then I got held back. That was not my fault. Some motherfucker came in my room. We were bunked up. That truly was not my fault. I was just. I'll tell you this story. Can you remember I had to stay an extra week?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, that wasn't my fault. On top of that extra week, I had to go to a drug rehab for 50-something days or whatever right after that. Ugh. But we were bunked up 2 to a room, and this guy, they were playing games, and then this guy comes in and messes with my buddy, and they don't even he's just grabbing stuff out. And then that other, my roommate goes into his room, and get some stuff, and they're just playing. That's all it is. There's nothing going on. And then they see that on camera, and then they write it up as like just messing, like just like stealing stuff. But they were just playing. But then both of us, the other guy in his room that didn't mess with anything, he got held back too. So.
Yeah, well, at least both of you got held back, not just you.
Yeah, I would have been pissed. No,
You were already. Because when I got there, you were already trying to, hey, Mom, look, I didn't do it. I was innocent. I don't think I need to stay another week. Just check me out. Just get me out. And,
Yeah.
And I was like, no, you can't do that. You're going to stay here,
Mm-hmm.
So, you didn't like that too well, but you did it.
Yeah. Well, I hated that boot camp. That was a hard boot camp. You had to exercise like 3 times a day, if I'm not mistaken. You had to go outside, and if it was too hot, and it was in summertime, so I remember it being really hot sometimes, unless it was in the morning, that you had to do it in the hallway, which everybody had to work out, but you had to work out a ton.
Right.
Oh, it was rough. Oh. The food was fantastic. I remember, if I'm not mistaken, I was stuck in there on July, and I think we had barbecue chicken or something. I can't remember.
Yeah, you did.
So that was, and then we went to that, I almost got help, that other, right after, I had to go to that drug treatment. I forgot where it was.
Yeah.
It was in Gadsden, wasn't it?
Right.
Okay, I remember that. I did get into a fight there. This fucker took off my covers while I was sleeping, and then I fucking pushed him, and then he just punched me in the eye, and my eye swelled up, and then I wouldn't tell the counselor who did it, and then... So he told on himself. She interviewed everybody in the room, and he told on himself. So, and but we almost had to stay back a week, but we didn't. They just let it slide. So.
Yeah. Well, they weren't gonna let you go until you took your GED test. So.
Yeah. Well, I did, and I'm gonna brag about this. I'm the only one in there that while I was there walked in that motherfucker, took the pre-test. And then they were like, okay, you're ready. And everybody else had to study a little more on the subject. So I would just go in there in this fucking room, I think 3 times a week, and just sit in there and just like, oh, gosh, this is so stupid.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty smart.
That you are.
I'm pretty smart. But even when I got out of there, I think when I got out of there, I lasted like 3 days clean, I think. I think so. Because I was still hanging out with the same people. So you little fucking kid, I don't have a kid audience, so... So I don't know. So that was a great life. Then how was it when I moved to Birmingham or when I moved to New Orleans? Oh yeah, let's talk about.
New Orleans was a nerve-wracking situation for me.
Just because I was too far. Was it just?
You were too far. Didn't know where you were staying. Didn't know that I thought you really didn't have a place to stay other than your car.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't have a job.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't know how you were making it, and those kind of things, and it was just nerve-wracking.
Yeah, I remember when I first got there, I did not have a place to stay. For like the first week, I would stay out of my friend's and his girlfriend's place, like right outside in my car. So I knew what neighborhood I was in, and then like during the day, I would just go in their house, and then it was really dirty, so I would just clean it, and they were like, well, we need to kick this guy out because he doesn't pay any rent or do anything, and well, you can live here. And I was like, cool. So I would just clean, and then finally she got me a job at the Hard Rock Cafe, and boy, I hated that. They just had a big menu, and you had to do so much, and I was really slow, and everybody was fast, so I didn't really like it there. But I didn't last long there. And I was always like drunk, so
yeah,
I was always drunk, so I didn't like it there. I think I lasted like 4 months there, maybe. And I had all that court stuff going on. Oh
yeah.
So with guns and stuff. So guys, don't play with guns. Don't buy guns unless they're at like a pawn shop, or just don't buy guns off the street. Don't, because they could be stolen, and then you could get a felony. And if you're lucky, you might be able to plead youthful offender if you're before 21, and then it not go on your record.
True.
I don't know.
How lucky you were.
Yeah, that was really lucky. So now I don't have a felony on me, so that's good. But then I moved to Birmingham, pretty much right after New Orleans, pretty much. and then I lived there. How was that?
That wasn't as nerve-wracking as New Orleans, but it was a little nerve-wracking because, like you were there and I was here, and I didn't get to see you as much, and didn't seem to call as much, and when you did call, I could tell you were, drinking, so, I mean, but it wasn't as nerve-wracking as being in New Orleans,
Yeah. Well, I had a job there. I still work for the same company there.
Yeah.
That I've always pretty much worked with. So I just walked in there like, you're hired. I'm like, cool. So, but I had to wait like 3 weeks for the job, for the orientation. It was, so it was a rough start. And then got my own place, with a roommate, and then
2 roommates, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, at one point it was 1 at first, and then 2.
Yeah.
How long did I stay there? Like 2 years or 3 years?
2.
Okay. All right. And then I moved back to Scottsboro. This is fucking hilarious. Oh, moved back.
Yeah, really.
Moved back to Scottsboro. 1 week, if I'm not mistaken. It couldn't have been no more than 2. I know for a fact it wasn't no more than 2. Got a DUI.
Yeah, you did. The funny thing was you weren't driving.
I was driving.
No.
I was driving when I got the DUI. That's how you get a DUI.
No. You were sitting in a parking lot.
No, I wasn't. I was right in front of Joey's house.
No, you were sitting in the parking lot in the driver's side and the keys in the ignition, so that's considered a DUI.
Mom, I swear, I'm not going to argue. I have the address of Joey's. It's right in front of Joey's house. Like, I literally could have walked to Joey's house. I was like, hey, I even asked the cop, hey, can I please walk in there? I know them.
Yeah, I know. But it was at a church.
I was not in the church parking lot. I was right in front of Joey's. I was right there in his ditch.
In his ditch.
Like, not pulled over. I was driving, and he said he pulled me over because I was driving. Like, somebody had complained about somebody's driving around there, which was probably me swerving, which I don't think I was swerving that bad. So, it was not in a parking lot. The keys would have had, I would have never just pulled over. I even know where I was going that night.
Where were you going?
I'm not going to say. Not on here. But I know where I was going.
Oh.
Who told you that?
You did.
I probably lied. Okay, that was the truth. I was right in front of Joey's house. Which, they were by a church, but I was not in his... Okay, I probably lied to you. For good reason.
Yeah. Because you didn't want me to get mad and angry. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I got out of jail the next day and went to court. And then you had to take me to jail. How was that? That was funny to me, kinda, because you had to get 2 guys that were related to me to come. Well, it wasn't funny, though. Not for real.
No, it wasn't funny. Because I didn't know what your reaction was going to be. If it was just going to be in there and take you in there and you just go and do your thing and get it over with, and I had what was her name?
Emily.
Yeah, Emily was living with us there, and she didn't know what to do, and she was working somewhere.
I can't remember where, Steve Reno's or something.
Yeah. So I mean, but when I knew you were in jail, I knew that you were at least halfway safe, and you had 3 meals a day, and even though the food might have been lousy, but hey.
Yeah. So I stayed 2 months in there. Ugh.
Yeah.
So you were a lot less stressed because I was in there?
Yeah.
I was gang banging in there. I was part of a gang.
Yeah, I know it. Which gang? Block A or B?
My gang. It's my gang. I run it. I was the only one in the gang. No one else wanted to join me.
Oh.
See, I spent like 2 months in there, but then I got out. I knew I was going to drink again. I didn't care. I didn't see it as a problem. So yeah. But then I got clean a year after that. So.
Yeah.
And then today we go do something for my 5 years.
Yes.
So, and which I already talked about earlier on the podcast before you got here.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So boom. They don't know, anything specific or anything, but boom, 5 years. So go, Yep, it can be done.
It can be.
Uh,
I love every moment of it.
so what do you think about my life now? Let's talk about my life now. I don't know why we're talking about me. Do you want to talk about you?
It don't matter. We
Okay.
can talk about either one.
All right. What do you think about my life now?
Your life is good.
Okay.
You stay busy.
Both, yeah. Ugh.
Sometimes almost too busy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but at least you text me every once in a while.
Yeah. What do you think about my comedy stuff?
Your comedy stuff, I like it.
Well, what do you think about it? Like, are you like? What'd you say when I was like, I'm gonna start comedy? What was your first reaction?
Well, I was thinking, okay, a stand-up comedian.
Mm-hmm.
I just wasn't sure how that was going to work out.
Yeah. Were you like, please don't?
No, I wasn't. You know, I mean, it's like everything else. No matter what, I'll stand behind you.
Yeah. And then you seen it and you were like, oh, what was when you saw me do it? Were you like, oh, okay.
Well, I thought you was pretty good when I saw you do it.
Mm-hmm.
You know. And, it really, it really made me feel good when you were doing your podcast the very first time.
Oh, yeah, the live podcast, my first one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah, good. Yeah, I've been wanting, see, I've done this longer than I've done stand-up comedy, so this is like my bread and butter.
Yeah.
This is mine. So, and when I tell people, like comedians, like sometimes that I've started this before I started doing comedy, it's like a big deal to them. Because usually it's the opposite or something. Like somebody's in a form of entertainment before they do this.
Uh-huh.
So, I don't know why that's true almost, but, and I know I'm not the only one that has just started a podcast and not do anything, but
Right.
it's just, around here it's uncommon. So,
You know.
so yeah, I like doing that, and that was a very big day for me. And now I got shirts and stuff that no one buys on the fucking internet. Sorry.
I got one.
Yeah, you got one, but you didn't buy it off the internet. I'm talking about my audience members.
Oh.
The 3 people that are probably listening to this podcast.
Oh.
So yeah, let's see. What do you want to talk about? Do you want to talk about anything?
I want to talk about my fish tank.
Oh, Mom's got a fish tank, guys. Let's talk. Oh yeah, let's talk about your fish tank. She loves her fish tank, guys.
Yeah, finally got it cleaned out and set up.
Now, did you buy that new one we were talking about?
Yeah, I bought the
Okay.
one that was $25.
It was only $25.
No, it was $40, but it's a 25-gallon tank.
Oh, okay. I was like, oh, she went down.
No.
So cool.
You know, and it had 3 fish and a plant.
Mm-hmm.
And, everything set up with it. So, I got 2 shark fish in it. I have all my other fish that were in the first tank,
Mm-hmm.
and they're all getting along well.
Even with the shark fish?
Even with the shark fish. I've got this other fish, and I just don't know what kind of fish it is. But anyway, it's getting along with everybody, too. So,
As long as they get along, it's cool.
that's right.
But it's just freshwater fish, right?
Right.
Okay.
The shark fish won't get very much bigger than what they are now. They're maybe about 6 inches long, maybe 8 at the most.
Do you got to get special food for that?
No,
No.
they just eat, tropical food, just regular fish food,
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's good.
And you have to watch when you feed them because they like to come to the top and they like to jump, and it's like, you can get yourself back in the tank.
Oh yeah. Oh,
If you're going to start jumping out of the tank, you might as well figure out how to get yourself back in there.
Yeah.
Really.
Need to get a leash. So they don't try to attack the other ones. They're pretty.
Yeah, they're pretty mellow, even when they were in the cheese ball tank.
Mm-hmm.
The one I had to make up until I could get my other tank.
Yeah.
They all got along in there too.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good.
And that was a lot closer quarters than they are now. So.
Any of the fish tried to have babies yet? Making
No,
babies?
couldn't tell you if I had any male or female pairs. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But they all get along, and I'm not getting any guppies because guppies have babies after babies after babies, worse than a cat.
Oh man.
So we don't need that.
What about but what if they do have babies? Is a shark fish gonna eat it? Probably.
Probably either that or one of the other fish will.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to get some plants on the top.
Like to float on the
float on the top, because if any was to have any, then the babies could go up there and hide.
Yeah, that's smart. Okay. Yeah. Can they float though? Any plants will float, right? As long as they don't have a weight on it.
Well, yeah, these float, and they don't need, they just survive on the top of the water.
Mm-hmm.
They don't need to go in the water.
You gonna get real plants?
Yeah, I've got one real plant in it.
I almost got you a palm tree when I was in Panama. It was like $30, but it was like that's all it was just a very, 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 very small. You had to plant it. And I was like, I don't know if that would be a good idea.
It might not grow because it likes sand, and we didn't have sand.
Yeah, so I just didn't do it. Figured it'd be a pain in the ass anyways, eventually.
Oh, it could be. You never know.
Who's mowing your grass now, Mom?
My son-in-law.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Not
me.
Yeah, better not be you. Let's see. What else? I don't know what else. Like, when are you going to find a guy? Mom hasn't been married or any. Mom just don't care about getting, relationships, by the way.
Well, it's not that I don't care to get in a relationship. It's just hard to find the one that is compatible.
Mm-hmm.
Most of them are, wanting somebody to take care of them and not take care of me, and you got to be able to take care of me.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's just the way I see it.
Yeah. But you'll still have a job and stuff, right? Or are you just like, no, I need to quit my job?
No, I'll work.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just saying, you got to be able to take care of me.
Yeah. Okay.
And then maybe I wouldn't have to work 2 jobs.
Yeah.
I might only have to just work 1 job.
Yeah. Like I was saying right before you got here on the podcast, no mom should be able to have to work on Mother's Day. It should be just all men that have to work that day.
Yeah, I know it, but I had to work it anyway.
I know. I just thought it was pretty stupid that... Because I was actually going to come... I didn't know you had to work. I was just going to surprise you, and then you were like, I'm at work. That's why I was texting you. I was like, oh, well, fuck it.
Yeah.
So.
You see, we don't have but 1 man in the company, and he...
Well, he should have fucking worked.
Well, he wasn't going to work open to close, so...
Oh, well, that's understandable. Whatever. But you had to work open and close, didn't you?
No, I just worked 1 to close.
Oh, okay. Well, it's still almost open to close.
So...
That sucks.
Yeah.
And I also said that if you're a mom and you work that day, you should get paid double time.
Well, I agree on that now. I think I should get paid double time on that day.
Yep. It's just like, okay, I don't understand the logic behind a bank. Okay, say the banks, they close, 9 times a year?
Yeah.
Well, for whatever holidays. And granted, that's cool, whatever. They're cool holidays. Some of them I just don't get. I don't get to shut down. Whatever. But they get to close down. But Mother's Day, mothers should have to be off. Mothers should get off that day. That's my logic behind it. But if they want to work, they can work, but they should be able to get paid double time for that. That's my thinking.
I think so too.
Oh man, what's your favorite foods, Mom?
I like Chinese food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Chinese food. It's pretty good.
And I like chicken wings too.
Really? I can't ever... Are you really good at eating wings? Because I know some people that can tear some wings up, and I just can't eat them properly, everybody says.
Well, I have to pick at them.
Yeah. I just don't like getting all the meat. I just get what I can and then move on.
And I like macaroni and cheese.
Mm-hmm. I like salmon patties.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Those are wonderful.
Oh, salmon patties and mashed potatoes.
That's true.
That's the best.
So.
You just got back from, where'd y'all go to, Florida? Was it Florida?
We haven't been nowhere.
I thought I seen pictures of it.
You may have, but that's from last summer.
Oh, shit. Okay. Are y'all not going?
Well, if we go, it's not till August, but I'm not sure if I'm going because I don't know if I'm going to have enough money.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay, that weirded me out because them pictures were just up a few weeks ago, and I was like, oh, they went.
No, those are from last summer.
Oh, okay.
And Missy and them want to go to Disney World, but the tickets for 5 days are $405.
Is that hotel and all?
No, that's just the tickets.
Oh, gosh. Oh.
And remodeling the bathroom has cost me over, it's cost me over $1,000. So I had to use my money for tickets to, get the make up the difference. So I don't have any ticket money. So I don't know if I'm going to go or not.
Yeah.
And if I do go, I may not be able to go to Disney World. So I mean,
Yeah.
I don't see no great big,
It's Disney World. I mean, you've been before.
Yeah, I know. But I've been with Michaela, but I hadn't been with the others. And so I thought, well, that would be nice. But, I don't have the money to buy the tickets. So.
That's expensive. I wonder how much the hotel room would be.
Well, we actually have a condo that we're going to stay at. So,
Okay.
I mean, it wouldn't be anything. It's just a matter of the ticket and getting gas down there and food down there. So, I'm looking at having to try to save up over, over $1,000 or
What?
better.
That's like $600. Oh. Maybe even $650. How much is the condo's free, right?
The condo's free. It's already been paid for.
Well, gas to me to Panama and back was only like $150, but like we split that. We all split that, so.
Yeah, but we're going down to Orlando.
Oh, okay. So it's like probably $200. Oh, okay.
And then top it all off, we might have to take 2 cars and not just one.
What? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, y'all should just go to Panama.
Well, I think that's just a little too, to switch the condo. I don't think they can switch it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, they already got it?
Yeah, I already got it.
Oh, so there's no really backing out. That sucks.
No, there's not. So I don't know what they're going to do, but, I might just stay at home.
Yeah. Play with your fish.
Yeah, talk to the fish.
Do you really talk to them?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Do you miss having a dog?
No, not really.
Yeah. Okay. Because I know, you've always had a dog in the house at least.
Yeah.
So. Well, at least you got low maintenance animals.
That's true.
I got a guinea pig. He's pretty low maintenance. He's annoying as fuck sometimes. Or she. It's T Swift is the name.
T Swift.
Like Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
I changed the name.
Okay.
It was Robin. I just changed the name the other day. I got bored.
Oh, did you?
And sounds a lot better.
Yeah. That'll work.
T Swift. Alright, Mom. So that was my interview with Mom. How do you feel about that, Mom?
I feel pretty good. How do you feel?
I'm feeling pretty great. So it was a more serious podcast. So it wasn't funny. So go fuck yourself if you're looking for something funny. Now, thanks for listening. And we're going to do something for my 5 years. And then I'll have hopefully I'll have that live podcast out maybe the week after this. But if not, just keep waiting on it, and I might not even air it. But either way, I'll try to have another podcast. So, thanks for listening. See y'all next week.
I know the manager, his name is Curtis Blow. He don't get high, but baby, if you want, he'll go down low. Doing a podcast on a random Thursday night. Curtis Blow, he's gonna make you feel alright. I know the manager, he knows what's going down. He'll make you laugh, but he damn sure is not a clown. I know the manager, and this man, he's got clout. He's gonna make you scream, he'll make you shout. He's gonna make you scream, he'll make you shout. I know the manager.